I keep that torch, nigga, approaching, I'ma light his candle. These niggas down off they word, don't ask me what the man do. I just been fucking different, hold my bitch say I can't stand you. These hoes been doing what I say, I got that what them band do. Niggas start tweaking in this bitch, I get the land shots off. These niggas know I swing that Drake like I'm somewhere I topped off. I advise you use your head before your shit get knocked out. Don't touch my chicken, this shit come with hot sauce. Hop out chasing niggas, first one fall, it's an overkill. I put on my gear, lace on my cleats, this shit over real. I pop out that cut, do my thing, go on another drill. Feel it, bro, niggas ain't gon' slack, bet my brother real. Niggas play, we set them up above, that's just how we move. Niggas throwing rocks and hiding they hand, we hitting they block and shoot. I don't get no fuck, who you is, nigga, what it do? We don't pick and choose, we killers and the goofies too.
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? YouTube family, we back. We back with another one. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the page, and share this video. On today's video, we speaking on Finessa2tymes, man. Yeah, that's right, Finessa2tymes. Finessa2tymes done figured the streaming game out, man. He been going live. He been cutting up on the internet. The man funny as hell, man. I said that the streaming was gonna help boost his career and take him where he need to be, man. But he just did some goddamn crazy stuff on the internet, man. Crazy, man. Made some crazy. Maybe he was off the drugs, hallucinating, you know what I'm saying, making the story bigger for what it is. Maybe he finna drop an album. That's what I say about all these guys when I see them in the blogs and doing some crazy stuff. Oh, fool finna drop some music. He want everybody to tune in. So you most definitely got my attention, man. You most definitely got my attention with the allegations that he just made, man. Y'all go ahead and check this out. We'll be back after this clip.
So fuck that nigga. Ooh, then y'all ain't forgetting. Y'all forgetting that shit that No Love said about that shit on Lamar, about that situation. That shit was real. And I let this slide, y'all. The only other nigga I know that let a nigga slide for putting money on his head is Gucci Mane. When he went to the feds, forgave Jeezy for putting money on his head. I forgave you for putting money on my head. I had a whole shootout and still forgave you. I might be funny and all, man, but I'm surgical with that bitch, Jake. I had a whole shootout and forgave you. Gucci Mane is the only nigga I know that forgave a nigga for putting money on his head. Besides me, bro. I forgave you, Pete. Man, we supposed to be best friends. We supposed to be married, bitch. You ain't supposed to never divorce me, nigga. How in your motherfucking mind is not registering that, man, I did this to that man, he forgave me? Bro, that really changed. Let me give bro a real chance. Niggas don't forgive niggas for shit like that, bro. Niggas don't forgive niggas for shit like that. That lets you know how much I was ready to move forward. But fuck that moving forward shit, bitch. When you see me, he's dead.
Y'all see that? After that, man, it is what it is, man. Make sure you keep your eyes open and trust nobody, man. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Put y'all reaction to this video in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. Also, subscribe to the page if you ain't subscribed to the page. Hit that like button. Hype me up as well. You know what I'm saying? Hype me up as well, man. Oh yeah, go subscribe to Beastie the Shooter page, man. Y'all run them up, man. Get Ghetto DVD in the algorithm as well. We up out of here on that note, man.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it.
All right, so what y'all think, man? What y'all think going on with Finesse2tymes, man? And then there's more videos I got dropping a little later on Finesse2tymes, man. Something I think he trying to do. You say he going broke. He gotta let that bitch go then. He gotta let her go. He probably can't afford her, man. Probably can't afford her, man. Say he going broke. That's nuts. This ain't what I want to look for either.
Man, you gotta do that, nigga. That's how you get the albums on backplay, nigga. I got 2 EPs in my phone. Watch this, though. I got go! This bitch recording game.
Did you slay?
They know I don't need no shooters. I be quick to hit a nigga block. I'll shoot a nigga way before I get a nigga shot. Molly nigga, stand on top of shit. Free my nigga chop. How you want some smoke but won't drop low and won't spin the block? I ain't chasing hoes, I'm somewhere low. Probably get guap. Posted on the strip, I got my pole on where you niggas not. Dummy hit my phone like they gon' spin. No, them niggas not. Niggas family missions run our way. We flip niggas cars. As the last nigga play, we put them in the style. We put belt to ass, overkill. Look folks hit them hard.
Just in case y'all think I'm foolish.
When he went to the feds for on Lamar about that situation, that shit was real. And I let this slide, y'all. The only other nigga I know.
Hold on. Man, they going crazy.
Tired of having to stream in 720p in StreamYard or having to pay more to get 1080p quality? We got you. Start using Memoo600, which is a web-based live.
This nigga eating off of Moneybagg Yo now. Nigga, I want some of this money too, nigga. Get up some of this story, man. I gotta start following niggas.
You already know they already about that. You know they gonna crack, they gonna crack jokes, they gonna check, they gonna come at your neck. I'm letting your boy Finesse tell y'all the rest. I'm gonna get back at y'all at the end.
I ain't trying to beef with Korea, cool. Got going on, Trump.
Hey, Trump, chill, cuz.
Kidnapping people, they
Don't do that. You got underground bunkers and shit. We ain't. We finna have to upgrade our team. In about 3-4 years, them finna put some bugs over here on our ass. It's gonna give us COVID 34. They finna give us some COVID 96, fool. Man, them folk finna release some shit on us so cold. Why did I with the folk?
Then he locked the man up.
It's time to put it on bunker. Bill Ball.
So they need to be a first division.
Trump really nice.
Yeah, Trump nice. He American. Yeah, he American. Yeah, gangster. I ain't no 360 deal. You talking about? I ain't no 360 deal. I'm just in a deal I don't like. You talking about? I ain't no 360 shit weak. Go get King. My King ass through. You can die with us, I tell you. You talking about? Right where you hit in that weak ass flea market. You like baby oil? Of course I like baby oil. Oh, is that a girl, bro? But don't hate me no shit like that, bro. Don't hate me no about no money, baby oil if you ain't no woman, bro. I ain't ducking shit. All they gotta do is call my phone. I ain't none of that whole ass shit. Just call my phone, pull up wherever. I ain't this Jesus, I this your God. You know, whatever God you represent, I respect my God, not yours. What you talking about? When I make a song around where it is, I say bag of gangster. You got to be 9 years old. You 9 years old. You spell everything in lowercase. Bag of gangster. Man, you 9 years old. You don't know nothing but what you see on social media and roadblocks. You don't know nothing about no. I was just cool. Yeah, I was cool, but y'all gotta understand, might be certain shit that be going on, might be revealed in a nigga sucker card, man. Nigga sucker card might be coming out, man. And y'all gotta understand, I spent the whole 2025, man, standing down, man. I spent the whole 2025 giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. 2026, I ain't with that nice ass shit. That shit over with. All that old giving the benefit of the doubt. All that old giving the leeway, trying to understand this shit. Now, you grown. You know what you're doing. You don't with a nigga and bitches on the floor. All you looking at the stories and shit, and I ain't liking shit, and I ain't commenting and shit, but you just looking at the story, but you don't want nobody else to know you on me. So you don't want to like nothing, or you don't want to comment, but you want me to know you on me just in case I blow up and you need me later on. No, I'm putting on the floor. That shit going on the floor. What the fuck you looking at me for? What the fuck you looking at my story for if you don't like me? Don't look at my story if you ain't gonna like my shit. What the fuck you call yourself supporting me for? If you my supporter, if you with me, like you say you with me, and you looking at my stories, you loving my story and shit, but you won't go love the song. You won't go comment on the song. You won't share the song to your story and say, oh, for my nigga Finesse. Why? Because you worry about what the niggas don't think about you. Nigga, use to the highest degree. In 2026, none of you who don't like my shit, comment or share, bet not look at my story. I don't need your support. I got the people for me. Here. I don't need your one motherfucking shirt. Get the fuck on. Fuck with you no more. And don't say nothing to me in public. With your music. You hard, I ain't gonna lie. Keep your feet on these necks. Get the fuck away from me before I slap you to the floor. I don't like you. I don't like you no more. Cause I'm more talented than you. I'm better than you. You niggas can't with me. You niggas like that's why y'all scared of me. So guess what? I'm gonna stand on you from now on. I don't want no feature. Don't call me, man. If I ain't been knowing you, if you don't know me, you don't fuck with me. If you know I don't fuck with you and you know you don't fuck with me, don't say nothing to me. I ain't with all that friendly ass, oh, I see you going up. I see you trying to woo-woo. Don't come at me with that bullshit. Cause I'ma DM your ass right back. Get your out my face. Like that shiesty young nigga. Out my face. Just like that. Get your ass out my face. I ain't with this shit. All that shit on. Throwing a rock and hiding your hands and shit. I'm sick of you rappers. I'm sick of you niggas. Cause all you y'all look at my stories. Y'all my shit, y'all love it, and y'all, but you don't fuck with it because you don't want nobody to know that you fuck with Finesse. You so, and I'm calling this shit out all 2026. You better not look at my story if you don't like it or comment on it. I don't need your view. I need your support. I don't need your view. Don't look to support. And if your partner doing something, support your partner. Or support Michael Jordan. But you don't want to support your partner. It's going on in 2026, y'all. We putting this shit on the floor, y'all, man. This y'all only opportunity to make these come out their shell, man. This y'all only opportunity. They don't kill it. So I'm letting y'all know. This y'all only opportunity to make these put all that shit that they do on the motherfucking floor. Cause it's lame and y'all know it go on every motherfucking day. Cause you go through it.
What if I told you this dish was actually healthy? Let's be real. Factor's menu is way healthier than the competition. Their chefs actually know what they're doing. Every meal's balanced.
Putting up music, putting up clothes, putting up content, and they partners ain't with it. But you with the next month. Set their ass straight. Set their ass out and cut their ass off. Everybody in the shit. Oh, you want to put another outfit on, but you know I make clothes. But you don't want to put my shit on. Tell me my shit ugly. So I can get better. Just tell me, no, bro, this shit ugly. Try it. You know what I'm saying? Look, instead, yeah, this shit fresh. This shit fresh. Yeah, I wear this. You ain't moving. Start putting this shit on the floor this year, y'all. We done. Put that shit on the floor, dog. Put that shit on the floor, dog. If you I don't know. I remember when Six and Red were first blowing up, good. What song was that, Mom? Paul, they cut it down. What was the name of it? Uchi Shiesty. I did it for free. Uchi Priceless. Uchi Righteous. I lived that joint. Yeah. Man, the label begged me to do when I was in my peak, I was hot as a firecracker. Man, the label begged me to put 6 Red on my joint. I was like, bro, I don't know. Like, she blowing up in the TikTok world, she woo. I'm like, bro, I don't know her, bro. And I ain't really with nobody I don't know. They like, Finesse, just make a consideration, check her out. I check her out, I'm like, damn. You know, St. Louis and Memphis, she like cousin, we out. So I'm like, I got a shout out. I'm like, yeah, let her do. I've been here shouting 2 years, I can't get a response. I'm trying to get a song, I'm telling you, before she blew up, blood. So you gotta understand where I be coming from, blood. I'm putting it on the floor, blood. I ain't spurting shit. This shit green, blood. But you know why? Cause she hang around these. Yeah. They be in Miami, this shit ain't real, but be claiming they real. I'm not with this shit 2026, dog. I'm not with this shit, Big X the Plug. Yo, big old too. Yo, big old too. I send my condolences. But you did me wrong, bro. You doing me wrong, bro. And I told you, I understand. The label told me that I charged him for my verse. And I said, all right, I'm going to pay him back. For whatever he want. Whatever he want, I'm going to pay him. Mine still didn't clear the record. I'm trying to pay him, he still didn't clear it. You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with this shit? And then I'm trying to see why I'm tweaking. Cause I'm doing shit with these and these niggas don't fuck with a nigga, bro. I ain't tripping, homie. This shit green. That shit wrong and you You can't sit in my face and make me understand why you ain't for me. All I need you to do is say, man, you know what? You right. I've been hitting these folks. I've been trying to. I'm folks on bro. Cause they worry about what other gonna think. I'm not finesse. I'm not finna share this shit. I'm not finesse. I'm not finna come in on it and look like a goofy. You gotta understand where I'm coming from, blood. That's why I'm ranting, blood. Cause these folks been sweating a dog a nigga like I ain't one of them. But when they in their faces, but when they in my face, and mom putting that shit on the floor, man. You don't put me in real life, don't put me on the motherfucker. Come on. I don't need this shit around me this year, bro. Don't knock my motherfucking phone down, bro.
Yeah, you just want to say something.
No, I don't want to say shit. I asked the motherfucker don't touch nothing right here.
I'm sorry, I wasn't down here, sir.
You ain't gotta say all this son shit.
Oh my God.
I ain't no motherfucker, son. I got my damn principal or something. I ain't no damn teacher.
That's just like, who was just playing against?
Just say big father or something.
No, I'm gonna call your ass sir.
She crazy, bro. I just had to weigh in. Give me another shot. Fuck it. I had to weigh in on this shit. This the shit that been on my mind all 2025, y'all. Let me see that, y'all. This shit. I've been sitting back the whole 2025, y'all. The whole 2025 just trying to analyze this shit like, is these folks finna really sit back and act like I ain't never fucked them before? And I'm DMing them? I'm hitting them? You see my message.
So sound like him doing all that talking, man, he done got himself blackballed. They ain't really messing with him. That's what it sound like, man. It sound like people in the industry ain't messing with him. So he venting out, you know, frustrated, expressing himself. Listen to what he said. He said, Big X the plug. I just heard him say sexy red. Shit.
You see my shit. And you act like you don't see my shit. Oh, why? Because you be around on me. You suck. Groupie. You's an opportunist. And guess what? I ain't no second chance in this shit.
Did you lose over $75,000 sports betting on DraftKings or FanDuel? We may be able to help you get significant compensation under consumer protection.
Cause get what? I tried, bro. I was the better person. You wrong. Don't do it like that, bro. In the 6th grade, bitch, don't get who look like Finesse? Like I'm ugly.
Power.
I ain't ugly. Somebody who look like Finesse? I'm handsome as a motherfucker. Baby daddy don't look better than me. Now I wanna. Your baby daddy don't look better than me. No, look at this shit. You know, your baby daddy downstairs. Look at me. What the fuck to my who look like Finesse? Your baby daddy don't look like that whole nigga you a fucking baby about. You wish I was in my phone. Yeah. You wish, yeah, one of them. You don't really want. You just know you can't take no like me. You just know you can't take no like me. Why? Cause I'm gonna have everything in your mother account. Yeah, go do that show and bring it to me with your thing. You know, stay away from me. I'm gonna stick something this long, you gonna bring me everything. Cause you're a freak. You got a whole mother mixture of cologne and perfume and shit and say gonorrhea and shit. You're a cold-blooded freak. If a nigga put the fucking inches in it, you're gonna be through. And if I send Suge right behind me, you're really gonna be at the big high. But not no more. Come back. Who let life in it? See, y'all don't understand the clip like I understood it. Damn, you do me like this because you don't want to hang around. Who let life in it? This big old shit dog head frame in the back. Talking about some mother. Who they talking about?
I don't know who you talking about.
You two, friend too. What y'all playing with me for?
That's cool.
Bowling ball. You don't look like me. What's wrong with you? Y'all tripping on this motherfucking internet shit. And then here she go, in my DM. Oh, let's do some content together, twin. Do it, honey. Y'all ain't even called me out. Y'all ain't trying to get nigga now. Y'all don't fuck with me for real, bro. Y'all don't fuck with me for real, bro. Nigga for real, shit weak, bro. This shit weak, bro. I'm calling this shit out. I'm calling this shit out all year. Everybody need to do some lame shit. And in a minute, I'm gonna tell y'all they don't call me Finesse 2tymes no more. Call me 250. The label can have Finesse 2tymes. 250. Johnny. Emos and shit. Yup, don't wait.
So, you know, your man Finesse, he got issues.
Seemed like he finna change his name to get out that contract. That's what it seemed like.
I had a crazy idea. We were surprised that no one had done it before.
Success doesn't follow a formula, and neither do you.
People been just saying Bonnie and all this. It is people snitching on Lil Durk. Several people snitching on this murder case. The government responded to his motion. They gonna have like another hearing on the 17th, and then trial gonna start on the 20th. The judge say no matter what happened, this trial gonna start. We got some things to talk about. It's several snitches on this case, and they know Durk. Hit the like button. Gold on this video, 1,000 likes. It's people that's gonna testify that Lil Durk is the boss. He came up with this plan. You know, he came up with the plan. He the man, the mastermind behind all of this. It's several people gonna testify against Lil Durk. Now, people been just saying Vonnie and all this. It is several people that's gonna testify against him. And the crazy part of it is the government said they gonna prove that these people have a strong relationship with Durk. These is his friends that in turn state and finna snitch on him. The government said they're gonna prove their relationships and prove that they got a relationship with Durk. And they're gonna prove that Durk wanted them to kill people. And he was going to pay them, get them money and get them opportunities in a rap game. This is what these people are going to tell the government. They're going to get on the stand and testify. Durk and them don't want them to testify because Durk said that one of their main snitches is a known liar, a fraudster, a manipulator, and he just making up shit to get Durk locked up. Okay? The snitch is going to testify that Durk used OTF as an intermediary. Intermediate or whatever the fuck they say. They using him. He the one who telling the people, you know, he recruiting people. Durk had DD recruiting people is what they saying. Recruit. Look, hey, you smoke that nigga, you do this. Durk got you, bro. He going, Durk got you, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to you. Durk gonna give me the money and I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah. Just take care of that shit. That's what they claiming. I say, damn, that shit's strong. But Durk and them lawyers put in a motion. They don't want this big snitch to get in there because they feel like he lying. This snitch is gonna tell the police, gonna tell the courts that him and Durk is friends. They got a good relationship. And that's gonna make it feel like what he's saying could be real and shit like that. When you look at the paperwork, it's several snitches, several people cooperate.
So basically, as I said in my video, the person who's snitching is an OTF member. It might be the manager, the African dude. It might be Vonnie. It might be OTF Jam. It might be Flocka. It's more than just one snitch. It's possibly up to 7, 8 snitches on this case. But y'all will see like I see when the paperwork drop.
Corroborating this claim. So I see how people kind of say Jam. I don't know if it's Jam, but I see how people put names in there because there's several people. Whoever these people is close enough that Durk would ask them to do crazy shit according to the paperwork and shit like that. And they gonna say that Durk was the boss. He the one came up with this shit, all this shit. The government is saying that they not just saying OTF is a criminal enterprise and, a hitman squad. They not saying that. They saying OTF is about music, but it's a group of members in the squad that's hitmen, So even though they're a music group, it's a group of guys inside the squad that's moving around like this some gang banging killing shit and stuff like that, as crazy as that sounds. So it is people gonna get on that stand and testify against Lil Durk. As crazy as that sounds, they know everything too. They finna tell the police that, Durk wanted these people dead. Durk was paying people. He was doing this. That's wild as hell. So they put in a new motion to see if the government could get this one snitch off the case. They gonna respond on the 17th, but it looks like this guy's gonna testify. It looks like Durk is gonna face this. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. More paperwork is coming out, but it looks like, Durk got somebody that he trusted that was his homies that was real close to him, and they took that deal of the government.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
He ain't lying. So that's why in the title, right? That's why in the title I say Lil Durk. But if the snitch is not credible, if he wasn't credible, then they wouldn't even be talking about him and having him up in here. If he wasn't credible, they wouldn't be talking about him and having him up in here. So you tell me, man. You better tell me, man. Y'all tripping. Don't start tripping with him. Let me see. No. Then we got your boy Memoo600, man. Memo. I'm running through the topics right fast. Then we're gonna discuss them. I want y'all to see the videos with the clips. Then we'll discuss them. Let's see, man. Did I drop that video? I did.
Man, you gotta do that, nigga. That's how you get the albums on backplay, nigga. I got 2 EPs in my phone. Watch this, though. I got go. This bitch recording game. Hot sauce. Hop out chasing niggas, first one fall, it's an overkill. I put on my gear, lace on my cleats, this shit over real. I pop out that cut, do my thing, go on another drill. Free the bro, niggas ain't gon' slack, man my brother real. Niggas play, we sent them up above, that's just how we move. Niggas throwing rocks and hiding they hand, we hitting they block shoe. I don't get no fuck who you is, nigga, what it do? We don't pick and choose, we killers and the goofies too.
What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? YouTube family, we back. We back with another. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the page, share this video. On today's video, man, we speaking on Memoo600. Memoo600, man, he back to his shenanigans, man. Y'all seen him in Baton Rouge, out there tweaking. Man, the man that went all the way to Utah now, man. And he out there riding around with guns and trying to provoke NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy was just recently pulled over. And in the car they found money and drugs. So it's obviously that the police still on him. They trying to get him back locked up. But for you to go out in the state and play games with NBA YoungBoy and provoke him, man, you playing a dangerous game, man. You playing a dangerous game, Memo. Listen to me, dog. Listen to the big homie from the block, man. Get the hell out of Utah, bro. I don't know if you probably wasn't there. Maybe you got another album, something going on. Maybe I'm fucking up your promotion deal, whatever it is. But let me just speak on this, man. Don't go out there playing in them people town, man. This a Mormon state. Look up the word Mormon, tell me what you see, and then you'll get the picture, man. You don't need that, man. You don't need that, man. Just keep dropping the music, doing your interviews. You're gonna be buzzing, man. You don't gotta do it like everybody else. You ain't gotta chase it. You got hits. You ain't gotta chase it, man. Just chase the money, man. But apparently Memoo600 is in Utah looking for NBA YoungBoy, man. Y'all comment in the like section. Comment in the comment section. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page. Tell me what y'all think, man, and we'll be back. Keep your eyes open and make sure you don't trust nobody out here, man. And on that note, we gone. What y'all think? What's up with Memo, man? What's up with Memo, man? Memo tweaking. I think he tweaking, man. He most definitely tweaking. That nigga tweaking, man. But let's speak on this Durk shit, man. it's looking like Durk is it's out of there.
Sometimes life can be a little messy.
What y'all think?
But with next-gen Nuvella Performance Fabric at Ashley, we've got your whole...
They going crazy in here or they tweaking, man. These niggas be tweaking. DJ Academics, they all coming with information that we already done put out there and shit, man. They just got bigger names.
And the get back for the head honcho and chief of THF Bezu is just getting started after 2 people recently got sent back to the lobby. And 3 others are currently
sent to the gulag. Oh man.
What?
Now listen, when THF Zoo first died, y'all, we really need to do our homework and our tests and our research on the fact that Mac Mullah don't never really be wrong for real. Let's just acknowledge that, okay? Round of applause, please. Thank you. No. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Look at this, man.
Rapmore gang, it's been a few days now
Look
since the murder of 051 Wu, the brother of 051 Melly, one of the most notorious shooters in the Chicago drill history, really.
Trolling, yeah.
One of
but
the alleged, most ruthless killers of the 051 young man.
None of that shit playing in them white people state.
He said, there's been a lot of rumors since Wu's murder that maybe him or his 051 set might have actually had something to do with the murder of THF Bezu, another notorious shooter turned rapper from THF, the Trigger Happy family. They got THF 46, 44, 49. The Trigger Happy family rolled deep, okay? And they were very close to Lil Durk and his OTF crew, close to King Von and O Block. THF, people say they provided some muscle for Lil Durk. It's very, very sad and very confusing. Now, we were very wrapped up in a lot of rumors that were going around a few months ago that maybe the murder of THF Bezu might have had something to do with these watches that were stolen from the rapper Lil Zay Osama. He's from a set called 6300. They're tapped in with a whole bunch of other different sets, DMG, BTBG, and they'd been going back and forth with THF, formerly friendly crews. They'd been going back and forth over a set of stolen watches. Now, we'd been desperately trying to find out exactly who was responsible, but now rumors have been circulating that 051 Wu might have had something to do with the murder of THF Bezu, but not just that. There's now rumors going around. Rumors, I'll keep it real, rumors that I had heard before, but now we've actually seemingly seeing these rumors actually being substantiated. The 051 Wu might have been involved in a shooting that actually targeted, famous Chicago drill rapper 600 Breezy. Now, I'm not saying it, but it's all going around on these subreddits, and there's a whole bunch of back and forths going on where people are basically saying that Wu might not have been as so far removed from the streets as we once thought. There was a lot of things going around saying that he had changed his life. He was, he was becoming a tradesman. He had left the streets behind. He was maybe 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the streets. But now it seems to be suggested that maybe he was actually also getting very busy in the streets while he was also getting busy with his trade. So this post has been going absolutely, well, it's not been going crazy, but it's got a lot of people in their feelings over on Chiracology. 051 Driller, obviously a very legendary 051 member and rapper, and he's known for, a lot of very disrespectful music going at the ops. But this picture was going around, and a lot of people believe that the two figures in this image is 051 Visky and 051 Wu, who just lost his life. And people believe, at least on Chiracology, this has been disputed, it's not fact, it's not totally true, but a lot of people are speculating that actually these were the two people that were responsible for the murder of THF Bezu. So this image is going around. Obviously, this one has got the faces covered. Now you got the faces not covered, but it says, "Big bro, I swear this stuff don't even feel real at all. I think this one hurt the most because you knew better. Like, I just can't believe you, brother. Like, what the F? You know what it is, love, for the killer forever thugging about you. When it says love, you know what it is. Love though killer. He's saying he a killer. Saying love though killer. He throwing up the Y's. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's saying it a killer. There was rumors going around that you know, Driller dropped a video that had Zoo's killers in the video. It says Driller posted the first picture in less than a week after Wu died. Okay, and they're saying this is Visky from 051. It's not fact, it's not confirmed, but it's saying
so think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component where I can choose on the Roku app and immediately it's going to send me a text that comes from Roku and it just says, hey.
Say Blick something, I'm stepping.
No, he looked like the shape of the dude who killed he looked like he the shape of dude who killed him.
About I'm on dude them ass till I check out.
Yeah, that looked like a body shape.
It's interesting, you know, it's interesting. It's very sort of very ominous.
We're gonna go look at that.
You know, this is he's tagged the location as a graveyard. This is like ominous death imagery that's being posted around, doing the gun fingers and that. It says, I mean, that dude is kind of built like the dude on camera. And obviously it was captured on camera what happened to Bezu. People saying, what do you think, Reddit detectives? And yeah, that was him with the chop. Now that doesn't mean anything. It says crazy people really thought that Wu really whacked Bezu. People saying, well, he could have, but he also could have done nothing. We don't know. People saying, I mean, it's possible. It's kind of like C Murder killing Duck because of Sheroid. And saying he killed Brick too. And you can go and watch my old videos about that if you want to know what's going on with that. Saying the guy on camera was bigger than this guy. People are calling it out. They're saying it's Cap. Then if you check the IG, he chasing it and he got a pick in that gray Nike Tech. He definitely one of the dudes that blew Zoo ass down, but I don't know about Wu though. And it says he do look big as hell, like one of the shooters. He was saying you guys police for sure. It's like I do find it interesting. People want to kind of have it both ways. It's like, oh, it's Cap, but then also you're the police. So it's like, is it Cap or is it police work? Is it accurate police work or is it just a bunch of speculation and Cap? It's crazy because MS didn't peep that 051 Wu was wearing multiple layers of clothes to look big when dude's actually really small, and people saying that was a wintertime drill. People saying none of these guys look like the dude on the camera, at least the dude who looked like he was at least 6'5", 6'6". People say, I'm not going to lie, the V dude is big and bulky. Whoever in the gray Nike Tech is maybe the height is getting thrown off. I don't know about Wu being in the black Tech, but that man looks short as hell, somebody under 5'8". He was saying TB, V-Ski, that dude named Stanley on Ramon, y'all source anybody up. And so he's there basically saying his name's Stanley, so they sourced him up. He can't possibly hurt anyone, but they're saying Moowop's name's Marcus. So what are you saying? I thought a dude named Sam killed him. Well, now they're saying maybe not. Maybe it was 051 members. People saying this would be the craziest plot twist ever. Now, in addition to that going around, okay, there's this going around, and I do want to be careful what I show you in this, okay? But this is going around. There was an altercation a while ago where 600 Breezy was doing a hood vlog in the 051 territory, okay? And basically, you know, allegedly 051 members pulled up and pressed the issue. Now people are saying this is now the full video going around. This has got 218 comments. Okay. And I remember hearing a rumor about this a while ago. I didn't really know if there was much truth to it. I did touch on it in a previous video. We were talking about Breezy. And he obviously ended up getting incarcerated a little while after this happened, as far as I know. But what's interesting is now they're saying the full video came out and it sounds like Wu was a big part of it. So now if we watch this again, now that we know what went down and now that we know Wu passed on, it might hit a little bit different. So let's just see what's going on in this video.
Them spots, there's spots out there. Like them niggas get money over there. Yeah. Like them niggas got dope minds, they do different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
He's saying what's going on right here.
What's your name? Me, bro. What's up?
He's saying we're doing a vlog. They're saying, yeah, with who? He's saying with me. But it's not. Maybe you're in a spot where you shouldn't be. Maybe they don't want you to vlog on that corner, okay? And apparently this is right on the corner of 051's territory.
What's up? What's going on? This is my shit. That's what I'm saying.
Wu saying that's my shit. This is my shit. This is our spot. You on our spot. You on our turf. Out here vlogging. And 600 Breezy is a very infamous member from the other side. All right. I'm not sure if 600 Breezy really was. I mean, no, 600 and 051 was at war with each other. So the fact that these two are even in the same space and it's not popping off is crazy. But then from what I'm hearing, the rest of this clip is about to pop off.
What they put in? No, when I explained it to you, the beef is right here. You Young Money.
I'm black, bro. You black.
No, I ain't talking about that. I ain't no issue. I'm asking a question. I ain't come up aggressive. I asked a question. What's going on?
So for all this talk, right, that Wu was, you know, out the streets and, you know, he was reformed, he turned his life around, he wasn't gangbanging no more like that. Well, this wasn't too long ago. So in the one breath, he getting his trade, but in the other breath, he's catching people on his turf and he pressing the issue.
Oh, yeah, that's all I'm saying. But I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna lie. I heard niggas was talking over you about. I ain't seen you in there last time. I said, yeah, you. But you said something about me though. I did. I put a picture up. You did. Oh, you. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. They stop there, right? I'm from here, bro. But the niggas wrong, man. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You just want to be around. Let us know when the motherfucker coming out. I always say that. Because you I put a picture of me. I was going in there already, right? And you know, hey, listen, did I disrespect you? Did I disrespect you? Did I disrespect you?
So
never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court or pay.
So bullets did get to fly in. People did run and take cover. Obviously, I can't show you what went down. But yeah, people saying, gang, that's crazy. 2 questions. Who shot from 051? And second, y'all be blowing into crowds with your homies in it to potentially hit a op. People saying, right, you could easily hit your homie. It's crazy. They're saying, damn, so Wu's homie started shooting. A bullet flew past the cameraman. You can even hear what sounds like a whistle. It's crazy. It says, I'm surprised they didn't even hit someone on their side because everyone is bunched up together. What the F? That was stupid as hell. At least let your homies get away first. Because my first thought was when Breezy and Wu started squaring up, people should have started scattering instead of trying to get footage. You can tell shots were about to fly. But yeah, whoever started shooting was crazy for that. He was saying Shark did say they almost blew Wu down. Looks like he wasn't lying about this. Wu's homies could have killed him. He was saying it sounded like a bullet sound effect from GoldenEye 007 at the 7-second mark. That is crazy. What in the Chiracology? This is crazy. This is the craziest crossover I've ever seen in my life. I'm not going to lie. So that first shot sounded like it came from a mile away. What the F? It sounded like a sniper bullet. So that I saw a round zig by in the video. Sounded like it was a distance. People saying this is so hilarious because Breezy was basically giving dudes a rundown of where they at and stuff. And then Wu came up. He tells somebody, see, he Young Money. And then shootout starts moments later. As a tour guide, you got to give him a 5-star rating. He gave him that authentic 600 versus 051 Hood Safari experience. Whoa. I don't condone these comments, but that is actually crazy. I'm going to read this comment again. It's so hilarious. Breezy was basically giving dudes a rundown of where they at and shit. And then as soon as Wu comes up, he tells somebody, see, he Young Money. And then a shootout starts moments later. That's crazy. He's saying, bro, you put a thought of David Attenborough narrating in my head. See, he... I ain't even gonna do it, bro. That's crazy. People weird. Breezy ain't come off as scared, but he's out of bounds in their hood, and he did hold his ground. People saying he's a dummy. Why are you in the ops hood shooting interviews, let alone in Chirac? He had triplets. They literally share the same park, or at least right in the middle is no man's land, meaning that zone is more deadly for both sides, but that is a huge ash park. So it was on the corner of Washington Park, from what I understand. Cameraman almost got hit. That shit zipped by. That is crazy. Okay, they're saying a dude on here just 2 days ago tried to say that this shooting got debunked. No debunking going on. I heard the shooting wasn't debunked, but hey ho, right? They're saying a hiss means close, a snap means now they're shooting at us. What about a zipper toying like in the video? I don't even know what this is talking about. Bullet was inches away from the cameraman. Dang, I wonder what took them so long to release this part of the video. Because it would have been police's F. They wanted stuff to calm down first. I mean, Wu is dead and Breezy's in jail right now. No one could be indicted and convicted from footage of random bullets flying into a crowd, though. People saying, what the F, bro? I told y'all shit got real. They're saying that was Wu warning. He was on borrowed time. He just didn't heed the warning signs. And that's the thing he was talking about. He changed his life. And really, he was still sounding like he was deep in it. It said the dude with Wu looked back 3 times before the shots went off, and the shots came from behind. They came in deep as hell on some snake stuff, and you could easily tell from their behavior. They approached him peacefully, pretending they wanted to talk just to make sure Breezo wasn't paying attention so they could take him out. So it seems risky as hell to shoot from a distance while your homie is face to face with Breezy. It says, I mean, when you do stuff out of pure hatred, you completely lose any sense of danger. And those 051 guys are known to be wild as F, so they really didn't care at all. He was saying, I ain't gonna lie, if it really went down like that, that was some gangster stuff. Not that deep. Folks just seen their mans arguing with an op and let it blow. It was already known that there had been a shooting, but I thought it happened a few minutes after the initial argument cooled down, like when everyone moved away. But it was at the most heated moment of the argument. Wu and the other 051 members could easily have been hit by friendly fire. He was saying the cameraman never dies. Sometimes they die. Be careful out there, cameraman. It says Wu was lucky that Breezy didn't just blow him down right there after them shots. Ooh. Knocked over something on my desk, sorry. People saying that bullet whizzed by, it sounded like a silenced pistol on GoldenEye 00764. That is, I might have to hear that again. I might have to hear that again. I'm gonna hear that again. It really did sound like a gunshot of GoldenEye 64. This shit ain't a game though. This is not a game, right? I'm not making light of this situation. Okay. Even though I'm sat here in my pajamas listening to shootouts in Chiracology, but this is just what it is. This is just what it is nowadays. Okay, it's not my fault. I didn't make these circumstances. Okay, but this is crazy. Now, what's interesting? Okay, if we can take a walk down memory lane, we can see. Hang on a minute. No way. So right. So this footage. This is 1 minute 31 seconds. Right, and the shootout basically happens at like 1:21. Okay, you can see that. That's when the shootout happens. The cameraman ducks down, right? What's interesting is 4 months ago, this was the original clip, but it cut off at 1:18, just before bullets started flying. It cuts off, right? And this was going viral. I remember this going viral, and I heard rumors at the time, people talking about it went overly left.
Hey, listen, did I disrespect you?
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want. Bold and bright, and
it just ends. And people were basically saying this was a historical Chirac event. Historic events, Crump voice. And saying, remember what I said? Remember what I said earlier? He Young Money. Breezy talking like he on National Geographic documentary. I need to hear that line again.
What that post man? No, I remember when I explained it to you? Well, he from right here. He Young Money. Bro, I'm black, bro. You black.
Him doing it, David Attenborough said, remember what I said to you earlier? He Young Money, right here. Remember what I said earlier? He Young Money. That's crazy. On phone him ass like a tour guide. It's crazy. Remember at the beginning of the tour? So yeah, that's the inhabitants of this region. Like he don't do his share of dissing and can just overlook this encounter. That is crazy. All right. I mean, he was in their hood, so it made sense. He told dude where they was at. It's crazy, right? People saying fake scared. He held his own. Breezy ain't take an L in my opinion. Facts. He even advanced on Wu, closing the distance. He's standing on it all 10 toes. Breezy is 6'5". Breezy is tall as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Folks can say what they want, but most MS will think twice before even swinging on him. The funny thing about this encounter is Wu posted an old photo of Breezy throwing up GD on his page weeks prior, and Breezy responded under his post, right? That what was going down. Saying Breezy ain't duck his thing, right? On God, he didn't. They made it look like he ran from Wu or something, but neither of them ducked it, right? Ah, boy. But saying Breezy was on point. Breezy was on point. You see what's going on with that, okay? I'm sure it was a prop. But it says Wu came up kind of disrespectful. Crazy how quick everyone was to bash Breezy without seeing more. Breezy was kind of on timing, 150 miles per hour type timing, man. Dudes was trying to clown Breezy, but he actually stood on business. Breezy stood his ground, but honestly, he was in violation, trying to show off for Grove and Young Money. They had the drop. They could have killed him if they wanted to. Wu was grown and handled it in a mature way. Listen, I don't really understand what's supposed to be happening here. 600 Breezy is showing off 051 territory to Grove Hero for a video. Then 051 Wu and 051 Twiller pulled up on some respectful shit and told them to dip. And 600 Breezy engaged in dialogue. The footage cuts off. I heard there was a shootout after this. This comment is 4 months ago. It's hard to make a judgment of who got bitched when we don't know what happened. Did he make him dip or did they get into a shootout? It says the guy said a shootout happened, and in Breezy No Jumper interview, he had a cast on his foot and said he didn't want to say what happened. It says, so not only did he duck his shit and stand on his 10, but he on their shit, addressing them, dissing on the net, and then had a bang out with them. So I remember when the video came out, without the full footage, and MFs was on Wu's D, making it seem like Breezo ran and was scared. I ain't seen no running. I mean, I feel like after the bullets started flying, everybody just got out the way. I feel like that's respectable. It's right. They're saying that's 051 Twiller with Woo. He looking like he didn't want no problems, but it says he made it very clear. You're all in our shit with cameras. If anything, Grove should have stood down. He chimed in the convo all wrong until they matched their energy and let them know this is our shit. Then it was. I'm from Memphis. He should have just sat back and let it unfold. He was the out of towner. That guy saying, you black, I'm black. Feel like he escalated it because Breezy know him and that dude don't. So Twiller and Woo be laid back. Would have been one of the idiots from 051. Who knows? Okay. But when this all went down, there was reactions on Facebook, okay, to this encounter. Even just the snippet of it when it first came out, people saying they was loafing. They were saying man looked like he seen a ghost. He said he thought Melly came back. Obviously, that's Woo, that's Melly's brother. They're saying that he's looking like he saw a ghost when he saw Woo. I don't know about that. He was saying he thought he seen Melly. He did. The other half of him was his brother. That's Melly's brother, Woo. All right. He was saying that's my brother, Woo, Melly twin. 051 Young Money walked up on 600 Breezy and the interview ended early with the gunshot emojis. All right. So this rumor that this was a shootout was going around 4 months ago, but the footage only just dropped very, very recently. All right. And everybody basically saying, get your brother. He's straight walking up on stuff. People saying, think about it. Bullet holes. So people, look, people want to say, I'm the police. You bro, you doing the gunshot emojis, said like telling the whole story back 4 months ago. Okay. 051 Young Money walked on Breezy and the interview ended early. Whenever Woo got his eyebrow raised, you know he on some BS, right? Do you have his eyebrow raised up? Good little brow raised there. Yeah, I see that. Says y'all talking about what he should have did. It's a whole camera rolling. Y'all use those y'all talking about what you should have did. It's a whole camera rolling, y'all. So use those YNs crashing out then when a MF move how they supposed to. You think they're goofy. Let that a man would have got hurt. They was going to know exactly who to come for. Look how he creep up, though. That's funny as hell. Second time I've seen him not tuck his stuff. MF's supposed to beat shit down his leg. Nella Rose, come on. Anyway, look, we getting deep in it, right? People saying, how did Breezy take the L? He's still alive, and he kept his necklace. You hate dude for no reason. Breezy didn't take no L, but Woo walked right up and checked his...
You, just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it. And it's real.
Because it doesn't break up as much, or it doesn't really break up like my old one started doing, and I don't know why. Cool, great. We don't even have an echo. All right, I like that. This one's got the microphone and the speaker together, so I have to turn the speaker part off and use my old speaker. Thank you in the bushes. All right. Well, we got some new paperwork. I'm sure a lot of y'all are aware of that by now. But we're going to start off with a little clip from Seti Nash that he spoke about in his video. Now, I say it in my clip. Don't get it wrong. I'm not dissing Seti Nash in any way, shape, or form, because I agree with everything he said in his video, with the exception of this part, and I'm gonna break it down why. So let's get that rolling first. before we hit the new paperwork. Yes. I ain't did my third Sanford in a long time. It's crazy. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now let me say this first and foremost. Nothing in this video is to disrespect Seti Nash. I agree with everything else he said in his video, with the exception of this little segment that I'm going to share with you right here. All right, folks. The government dropped some more paperwork in the OTF case. Now, what I want to start this out with is something that Seti Nash had said. So let him say his part, and then I'm going to come back.
The government basically laying out their whole theory on the table. They're saying nobody can seriously dispute that the alleged victim was followed for hours across LA because, you know, it just would be difficult. So the hours part doesn't really make sense. So around LA and then got murdered. No. That's not really what they're fighting for. The real fight at the trial is going to be who ordered it, who participated, and why. And this is where the government says that disputed evidence becomes super necessary, meaning all the old shit that he did, bro, we got to bring that in because they're arguing you can't understand that answer without showing the whole entire structure. It's like, hey, bro, they was out there fighting. What was they fighting for? Well, they was fighting because they're part of a gang. Well, they want to bring in how the gang started, how everything is basically going. So it shows the whole structure of OTF, the relationships between the alleged co-conspirators and Durk, and his whole entire leadership role, not just with the music, but in violence. They're saying this is why 404B evidence needs to effing come in. And it makes a ton of sense. If we're being honest, I'm not pro Lil Durk. I'm anti-government as hell. But even I got to admit, like, shit, that's what they're going to be going because it's not being used to actually say he's a bad person. It's just being used to explain the knowledge, the intent, the relationships, and show how the alleged scheme actually functions. The government goes further and says this shit is going to include snitches. I got two people that come off to the top of my dome. FBI Butters, for sure, to me, is definitely on that, especially watching his charges and his date get moved all the way down. So they're going to say, there's going to be texts that come in, threatening rivals, recruiting people to carry out violence, and testimony that Durk allegedly used intermediaries and promised rewards. Their argument is simple. But that shit heavy as hell. Because if the jury doesn't hear this context, then the jury actually can't fairly decide the most important question. Y'all know what that question is, right? Who ordered the violence? Who directed the violence? How the hell it was carried out? The jury has to see this according to the feds. So basically, they're saying you're going to kill the whole entire case if you don't allow this shit in. We have to show them and we have to build the whole entire story so that the jury actually is not blind. And that's what they have to prove. So far, shit. But let's keep going.
I didn't think that fat could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was I wrong. Free high protein breakfast for a year? Yeah, that's real.
All right, now, as you can see here, I said 6 hours ago, how can Butter testify info on Durk when he already said at the O-Block trial that he don't know Durk? Now, I didn't realize so many people had responded up underneath me, but okay. It's how Drew and Durk talked to them, just saying. Talk to them, just saying. I don't know what you're trying to say there. Because the feds play dirty, LOL. Butter can speak on when King Von hit KI and how the other OTF members slid in other hits. They just need someone with that culture, with firsthand knowledge of how OTF moves. Okay. That's OTF though. That's not what Butter spoke on. And we're going to get to that. This one says, Butter's story changes with the wind. Feds don't care. I need to look up to find out when he's currently being charged or sentenced for. I wonder why Butters never spoke who on his team. Well, he has. And let's just get into this. What it was that Butter did or did not actually say. Because if Drew Finley is as good an attorney as everybody wants to claim he is, then all he's got to do is go pull up the transcripts from the O Block trial. So let's go. Now, I was sent this by someone, and let me just say this. The screenshot of the document has been edited, and his caption says, looks like the government's response to Little Durk and OTF motion to bar a friend of Little Durk from testifying against him. First and foremost, it never says a friend. It says because of his past record, and also they're saying he's a liar and a fraudster trying to get Durk locked up. By definition, none of Durk's friends is trying to get him locked up. But let's move on. This is something else that was said.
I ain't asking what the paperwork say. I'm asking what you say. Who is it? Bonnie? Which one of them niggas? How the fuck is gonna be Butter? All right, look. The nigga's a little snitching ass little troll, but goddamn, you can't blame everything on this little nigga. Nigga locked up. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Nah, it ain't no fucking Butter, man. Hell nah.
Now, before I get on to the new documents that's dropped, let me finish addressing what I said in Seti Nash's comment section. So we're going back to the the O Block trial, okay? Now, if you'll remember, it was one of the defense attorneys that actually originally brought up Durk and OTF in the trial, asking if he was going to be charged with anything. And everybody says, why is he bringing him up? Why is he bringing him up? That type of thing. Well, when attorneys go down to the district clerk's office, that type of thing, many times they hear side talk, whether it be the women behind the computer screen, whatever. So apparently somebody heard somebody saying something about something that had to do with them. Otherwise, it would not have even been brought up. But here, with Butta's testimony, when the government brought them up, you could say that these were the preliminary stages of what they were hoping to be able to do. Now, on Butta's statement, as you're going to see here, they had him all confused, and he tried to straighten out what he was saying once he realized they were trying to play words with him. So as you can see here, the government's in green and Butta's in blue. The government says, and you can see they're going back, talking about Parkway Gardens and everything else. He says, the government says, so I want to ask you about another gang that you named Odie from in your grand jury testimony that you said was true. Butter said, what's that? The government said, you said OTF. What does OTF stand for? Now, here's the thing. Odie died right when OTF was even becoming a name. So already that's a sign to some of us standing outside looking in that they're trying to twist and mix things together. But when you're in the hot seat, it's not so easily seen. But it says, what's that? The government said, you said OTF. What does OTF stand for? But it said, only the family. I don't really know nothing about those guys. You know, those guys from the other side of state, bro. I repeat, I'm from 63rd. I'm from all the way that way. The government. Is OTF a rival of your gang? But who? I'm not telling anybody that's past Michigan. Once you pass Michigan, we ain't into it with nobody past Michigan. Wabash. Like, that's our cutoff. Anything else going anywhere else, I can't. I can't tell you about nothing. We was kids and told them riding bikes and shit. We ain't have cars. So it's scientifically impossible to be into it with anybody who's all the way across. Let me translate. He says, and told them, he's talking about at the grand jury, that they can't be into it with anybody past Wabash because they didn't have cars to go get into it with them. The government says, Mr. Wilson, you testified in the grand jury. Butter cuts her off. He says, it's the same thing. OTF, O Block, Wick City, all this is the same thing. It's just like you rep. You just repeating the same gang with a different name. So it's like, okay, how do I keep saying yes to the same thing without being an asshole? Because I'm an asshole. So I'm trying to figure out how do I say yeah. Now, don't just take this part and run with it and go make a video and say, oh, Butter said it. Let's finish reading it all the way. You got to follow through. Government says, I just want to understand you. And he says, without saying yeah to the same thing, you know, the government says, okay, you said OTF, O Block, Wick City, same thing, same gang. Is that your testimony? Yeah. So OTF is a gang. I guess, yeah. I mean, ain't that what they portray themselves as? Or is they rappers? I don't know. I'd be getting confused at this point. The government, you say they're rappers. Are you familiar with OTF being something in addition to the gang? He says, I'm an entertainer. I'm FBG. So don't let me start labeling people as gang members, bro. You feel me? Don't have me up here doing that. Mr. Wilton, when you testified in the grand jury, right, under oath, right, I said Odie was Wick City, Lamron, Brick City. And you also testified about what OTF was. Do you remember that? It's Lamron. It's the BDs, right? Am I correct? OTF is the BDs entertainment group. That's Dude in Them, right? And when he says Dude in Them, he's talking about Durk. Now he's trying to make it clear with them because they are trying to tie it all together. And he's trying to let it be known that it may be separate.
Being beautiful. Let's be honest. What could be more important? For the first time ever.
He goes as far as to asking the government, am I correct? In other words, am I saying what I'm supposed to say? The government says, so you're testifying today that OTF is an entertainment group. He said, shit. That's what they portray as for the last. And you also said BDs. Is OTF made up of Black disciples? Yeah, yes. I'm not sure because I know a MC that be with them and I know a Vice Lord. So you can't say they just all disciples. Okay, so disciples are one gang, Black Disciples. Is that what you're talking about there? Yeah. And MCs, is that another gang? Uh-huh. And Vice Lords, is that a third gang you said? Uh-huh. So OTF is, would you call it a group of multiple gangs? But it says that say group. You keep hooking me with the gang at the end. So in other words, what he's trying to say is that you can't say that it's all a gang because he's going by the definition of a gang. They're just trying to generalize it. Now, after this, they have a sidebar and they impeach him. I believe they impeached him this time, but I know they impeached him several times. Not because he was a liar, per se, but because they were trying to get him to say stuff that he wasn't really willing to say. That's a difference. But he was very clear in all his statements. I mean, this one docket is 233 pages, and I really don't feel like reading the whole thing to y'all because I've already done it on my channel before. But he does make it clear over and over. He don't know Durk. As far as what somebody said in the comments, well, they could bring up Bond and KI and all that. Guess what? Them folks was not OTF at that time. The only ones that were really known to be OTF at that time in 2014 and earlier was Lamron. All right, so I hope that was pretty clear. And there was something else I should have added to that video, but it's okay, because I'm going to share it with y'all now. This is another transcript. This was the one that was before the one that I just read y'all. It says, let's see. This is a whole sidebar thing. And they're talking about what they sent to each other. It says the second thing that I believe I sent last night, but I'll double check, is the Little Durk. Some of the testimony is Little Durk is involved in these activities and behind it. He's a major rapper. He actually did a song recently with Morgan Wallen. I don't know if Your Honor is familiar with Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen sold out Wrigley Field. Yeah. So sold you out Wrigley Field this summer. He's a country singer and actually did a rap song with Little Durk. And Little Durk gave him an OTF necklace. So let's go to the next one. So they said, so this witness is going to show and put on, this is just a method to get in evidence related to a broader theory. This witness is going to opine generally about rap music and OTF necklaces and how they are given, or OTF necklaces at all. Now this is Garrett. Garrett is the security guard at O Block. They're talking, there's this, they're showing him a picture. It says that's a shot of one of the buildings in Parkway Gardens in the video. I said, yes, that's correct. Do you recognize the building number, what it is? 6414. Okay. And the three initials on top of it, OTF, are you familiar with those? Yes, in a way. Okay. Is that a record label for Little Durk? Yes. This is the defense attorneys asking the security guard.
Texas was feeling unwelcome. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence. Now this is taxes.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays.
Ooh la la!
Because a romantic hotel works for some.
Is that a mirror?
But not others. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
They talk again about giving Morgan Whalen an OTF necklace. Again. Now this is where they're talking about butter. It says, I do anticipate this would be well beyond the scope of direct of this witness, who is, as he said, a member of STL. And I think he would say he is not a member or participated in the OTF record label. He's giving it, the relevance is the enterprise. The OTF is not a gang reference, Judge. It's in fact a record label. And we have the incorporation documents, I believe we've shared with the government previously. This is basically, they're arguing back and forth. They're saying Butter's trying to say that it's an entertainment group. The government's trying to say that it's a gang and an entertainment group. And they were trying to confuse Butter up on the stand. And it was the defense attorneys for O Block that was taking up for Butter. Says, but the government, they have all of these people come in and really with no foundation say OTF is this and OTF is a gang and only the family and it's part of Lamron and 600 and all this other stuff. And they go on and on and on about it. Now, this is only 9 out of 14 times that they bring up OTF, saying that there's no foundation. Now, I'll say this. We, the public, we all know what OTF is. We all know how it relates to Durk. But as much as I hate to say it, let's get realistic. OTF itself is not a gang. Just like FBG is not a gang. Is OTF full of gang members? Yes. Are there any OTF members that's not part of a gang? I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know who all in the whole God's green earth is OTF. I mean, I wouldn't know the country guy was one if they didn't tell me. I don't listen to country. That to me is what Drew should be concentrating more on. Not that it's going to help get his client off, but it will help get the stain off of the entertainment name. Now, did and does Durk use guys to commit crimes for him that happen to be part of OTF? Yes. In my opinion, yes. I think that's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. Has he used guys that were not part of OTF to do things? Yes. In my opinion, beyond a shadow of a doubt. But that's going to be for all the attorneys, whether it's the defense attorneys or the government's attorneys, to prove or disprove those things. And I hope I haven't lost y'all with what I'm saying. Because in all reality, OTF is not a gang. It's full of gang members. You go up to any one of those people in OTF, off camera, behind the scenes, whatever, they say, what gang are you part of? They're not going to say OTF. They're going to say O Block, Lamron, 600, Puka Puka, whatever. The Hee Haw, whatever it is. Okay? That's the difference. Now, let's get into these new documents here. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, this dropped yesterday because it's after midnight now. This is document number 327. Excuse me. This is the government's notice of lodging under seal exhibits and supplemental memorandum in opposition to defendant bank's motion in limine to exclude the Rule 404B evidence. You can see it was dated yesterday. It says the government files a supplemental memorandum, which in definition means they've already filed one before, but this is going to be adding to it to provide the court with additional information related to the motions the court will be hearing in a few days on January the 7th. Mostly, namely, defendant bank's motion in limine to exclude evidence, defendant claims in Rule 404B, docket 258. I didn't even see that. Let me see if I can pull it real quick. Because I tried to pull up if they didn't have it sealed to see what it was. Yep, they don't have, they have it sealed up. Okay. This one's sealed up. It says, and defendant Wilson's related motion to sever the trial should the court admit the dispute evidence 242. This is your 242, which is DD. It's under seal, but it was from October the 7th, and this was to be severed, wanting to get severed from the trial, the case. It says the related motions were filed October the 6th, and the government filed its omnibus position on October the 27th. Docket 274. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing to y'all because it is 37 pages long. But just as a reminder, what they're referring to is the paperwork where they brought up Unimo, Bezu, and PW1 with the text messages. Okay? During the November 18th hearing, the court heard and argued and ruled on other matters, but deferred arguments on the related motions till January the 7th, which was docket 274 at 6-7, footnote 2. Let's see. with a revised notice, which the government concurrently lodges under seal to supplement the record before the court, which is evidence for A and B are both sealed because that's at the end of this. All right. Let's see. Among other things, the revised notice makes clear that the evidence described in Section 1, evidence related to OTF and Durk's bank's rivalry with TB, in Section 2, evidence establishing the relationship between co-conspirators and defendants' admissions related to the scheme, is direct evidence of and inextricably intertwined with the charges in the second superseding indictment. And its introduction allows the government to present a complete story to the jury. So like Seti Nash was saying, they want to put the whole thing together. So when we're going back in history with Durk, we don't need Buck. Now, I know the other person that Seti Nash is referring to is Trench's News. He just refuses to say his name, and I understand that. I don't believe Trench's News is, but I won't be surprised if he is. I'll just say it like that. And the reason why I say that is, for some reason, and I could be wrong, but for some reason I feel like California court system is higher up the ladder on getting their details correct and policies, procedures, that type of thing. Whereas Cook County court system seems to be more like, oh, okay, yeah, because the government said so. Okay, let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with it. Like we saw in the O Block trial. Let's just roll with it. Fuck it. I'm tired of being here. That type of attitude. That's what I was seeing in the O Block case. DJ and J, what's up? What's up? What's up? I can't see y'all's comments when I'm screen sharing. I have to come over here and look. Okay. It says, during the oral argument back in November, counsel for banks underscored why the government's proposed evidence is necessary to prove its case and rebut defendants' core arguments at trial, including the OTF is not a criminal enterprise. And they quote some transcripts from that date. Now, again, if we're using proper terminology, OTF itself is not a gang. Now, here's where it gets sticky though. Is the money that flows through OTF the same money that flows through the criminal's hands to pay for the crimes that the members might be committing? And that's where it comes into being a criminal enterprise then. You say, well, how can you separate the two? Well, I guess the simplest way that I would think is to have separate bank accounts. This is my OTF bank account. This is what I get paid from OTF. You withdraw that and you put it in a whole different bank. This is my personal bank account. Now, if I'm going to pay somebody to go do some crime for me, I'm going to withdraw the money out of my personal bank account. That to me would be the simplest way. Whether or not these guys were smart enough to do these things, I doubt it. Now, it says in the transcripts, the government's case is built on untrustworthy cooperating witnesses. Indeed, defense counsel rebuked one central witness as a documented liar and a manipulator and a fraud of the highest order. That's page 68 of them transcripts that I hope they release to the public, because I just really want to see who they calling out. But I'll be honest with you.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory trackers, onboarding tools, you name it. And if the only thing stopping me from making the app is the idea, then why not build an app that gives me endless app ideas? So let's make it. Pro tip, I draft the full app spec in ChatGPT, and then I drop the prompt directly into Base 44. It gives me super detailed structure. And here it is. Everything I laid out in detail as it goes. This is pretty awesome, but I want to make it playful. So I'm going to add a swipe left and swipe right interface. The same usability we all know. Now I'm going to add one more feature. So every idea that I favorite will turn into a kickoff prompt to start building the app itself. And that's it. Just come up with your idea, any idea, and Base 44 will do the rest. So go to Base 44 and create apps with your name on it.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up, let's talk about AI color themes. You can get any combos you want, bold and bright, minimalist and sleek, or something you didn't even think of. Just describe the vibe you want, or even use the colors of your logo, and let AI do its thing. Beautiful. Next up is the AI section creator. This is great for those website essentials like a contact section or a place to subscribe. Now, I'm running a sale, so I punch in some details, and just like that, I have a promo section. Functional and beautiful. I love it. Now, for the AI text creator, I got some products that need description. So I type in some keywords, and there it is. I've got copy that lands. Now, let's see what the AI image creator can do. Sometimes you just want to spice up your visual game. Type your idea and watch it turn into a high-quality image in seconds. You can have some real fun with this. If you need to tweak something, just brush it over, write what you want, and there it is. I may not be an artist, but that's art. If you're ready to build something you love, head to Wix.
If it's anybody that we know so far, I would say yes, it would be Trenches News then, because in the O-Block case, those were things that he was accused of doing. They took it as far as saying that his statement up on the stand sounded more like something written out of an urban novel. Like it was just all bullshit. I mean, he's gone as far as, y'all forget about this. He's even said, you know, stole the other little boy's story that got shot for wearing a little JoJo hoodie. Trenches News has even stole that story and said he got shot at for wearing a little JoJo t-shirt. We know he done stole Omar from the Wire story about getting shot in the head. Done stole Diary of a Mad Black Woman's story about getting thrown out in the street when the guy got thrown in the jacuzzi, was paralyzed and all that other crap. He's never been shot. He would show you the scars. And yes, there would be a scar. Trust and believe that. Many times I alone have called him out, much less other people. He would show the scars. Now, the government disagrees. And while defendants are free to make these arguments to the jury, they cannot be permitted to do so in a vacuum. What that means is you can wait until we get this cooperator on the stand in front of the jury, and y'all can vet him and say he's a liar and show proof that he's a liar and a manipulator and a
They saying she just said Swipe lied about getting shot. All that shit, all them stories about being in the wheelchair, all that shit allegedly is a lie. God damn. That if that nigga told all these stories and they was lies, that nigga raw than the motherfucker. He been selling lies to YouTube. He's selling lies to YouTube, checking the bag.
Fraud of the highest order. That's y'all's right. That's y'all's duty. But what you can't do is say that.
I know he checking the bag because when 607 Unc brung his name up in the interview, he inboxed me, showed me his dashboard from YouTube, show your revenue. I ain't worried about what nobody got to say about me. Say 38,000 on that motherfucker. That motherfucker got 38,000 for the month of October. On my mama, he sent that to me after the 607 interview.
We can't have none of this whole box of evidence. This is a whole box presented together. I guess in layman's terms is the easiest way to say it. As outlined in the government's opposition, the defendants cannot credibly dispute that TB and his entourage were stalked for hours across Los Angeles and was brazenly murdered by 3 stalkers. In other words, y'all, nobody can argue that because they've got all the evidence on surveillance footage with that. Okay? The government's opposition explained that introducing evidence to establish the structure of OTF is necessary to show the relationship among the co-conspirators and defendant bank's leadership, not just over OTF's legitimate music enterprise, which reminds me of something else. Okay? Okay, Butter did speak on Vaughn. He was not OTF at the time of the stories that he was telling about Vaughn. And I don't believe that Butter spoke on anybody else that ever became OTF ever. So that, in fact, would be another reason why they don't need Butter's testimony. And now that I'm thinking about it, City Nash had said something about and let me get y'all's attention real quick.
Did you lose over $75,000 sports betting on DraftKings or FanDuel? We may be able to help you get significant compensation. Under consumer protection laws, these sportsbook apps are reportedly accused of contributing to addiction and serious financial harm to users. We help gambling addiction victims secure real, meaningful compensation. And most claims are resolved quickly, anonymously, and without disrupting your life. Click the link below to sign up.
Do not call an attorney if you've been in a car accident. There's a smarter way to get paid a way bigger check without expensive upfront legal fees or dealing with the insurance.
This. Yeah, it would be kind of like money laundering, but different. Money laundering is when you're running your money from drug sales and stuff through the company and then using that out as paychecks. I don't know. Okay, what I was going to say is, Seti Nash said something in his video about Butter's sentence getting reduced or whatever. Butter was very clear how his sentence got reduced. Well, it wasn't even really reduced. Because he got sentenced to what, 6 years? They said he had to do 3. That's typical in Illinois. They do half. The one that y'all have to worry about, in my opinion, is Booney Mo. He's the one that was sentenced to what, 7 to 15 years? They didn't put a definitive punishment on him. They gave him a big wide span. And it's been proven time and time again I can't say 100% of the time, but many times when a defendant is found guilty and is sentenced, and they give him a span of time for punishment, it's going to come back and it's going to say, depends on how useful the information he gave us on another case comes out to be, will tell us how much time that we're going to knock off that sentence, or what definitive and time frame that we're going to put on that sentence. We've seen that with who was it? Face World. The ones that snitched on the other guys, they already been sentenced, but they have not put a definitive time frame on one or two of the guys, because no, it's actually 27, Divine, because they started his time back when he was arrested back in 24, because he's been locked up since then. So that's why the screenshot, I included Booney Mo's picture on there. People have done forgot all about him. I didn't. And he could also speak on all kinds of structure. A whole hell of a lot more than either one of the other two people that said he thinks might be the ones that's going to take the stand. All right, let's see. Consistent with the gang murder prosecutions across the country, the evidence to prove these facts will include the testimony of cooperating witnesses. Just notice that is plural, witnesses. The government's proposed evidence, including defendant banks' text messages, that goes back to this stuff over here that I showed y'all, with OTF co-conspirators threatening rivals and recruiting conspirators to carry out those threats. It's got a footnote. Let's see. 274 at 12 and 13. Let's go to that runs you up. It's gonna run you right back down here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I know what this little 9 sticking down here for. That's all covered up. Okay. 12 and 13. These are those text messages between Booney Mo, Bezu, and PW1. So that brings Booney Mo right back into it.
ChatGPT, can I make money online with $0?
Yes, you can. Using a new method called Airbnb co-listing, you can manage properties for others and earn a percentage of the income without needing any.
Let's see. The government's proposed evidence also provides critical corroboration of its multiple cooperating witnesses who are anticipated to testify that defendant banks ordered the violence in LA, used intermediaries, including Wilson, to recruit others to carry out the scheme. and promised a reward for carrying out the murder. Preventing these cooperating witnesses from testifying about OTF's connection and criminality would deprive the jury of information necessary to resolve the disputed facts in the case. Accordingly, the government's proposed evidence provides essential material context to show the co-conspirators' criminal relationship and corroborate the anticipated testimony, and the conspirators acted at defendant Banks's and his trusted intermediaries. There we go. Direction. Now here it names Banks, Wilson, and Houston. It says, as the discovery shows, during the relevant times, OTF operated both as a legitimate music enterprise with a group of members, including those three who operated consistent with a street gang seeking revenge and perpetuating violence on behalf of OTF. It starts quoting a case from another gang, and it says, evidence of prior criminal activity acts may be relevant in conspiracy cases to show the background and development of the conspiracy. Prior criminal endeavors with the leader would help the government provide the background and development of the conspiracy and would help explain why the leader trusted the defendant enough to include him in the risky scheme. So to here, contrary to counsel's claims, the evidence shows that defendant Banks and his close OTF associates, including the defendants in this case, had rivalries, including with TB, discussed violence rivalries, going back to that other docket over here with the text messaging, and took violent street action to settle scores with their rivals, including LA murder defendants are alleged to have committed in this case. Now, this is all the covered up, so we can't see any of it, which is why I'm not bothering reading it. It says defendants are free to argue that OTF was all about music, but the jury cannot be called on to resolve that issue in an alternate reality of limited and misleading facts. The court should deny related motions and permit the government to introduce the disputed evidence at trial. You see, it's sealed, and this one's sealed. Now, this 329 has an additional thing here, which all this additional one is the proposal for the judge to sign it. So we don't need that. But this is the government's ex parte application for order sealing documents, which was the A and B that I just showed you that they apparently got it. So I'm assuming they got approved to have it done because they're not showing us. So here's my thing. If in fact which they've already named Mo, if they've already named him in the paperwork and they keep bringing him up about the text messaging and stuff like that, and his sentencing has a big gap, I think it says 7 to 15 years. I didn't have time to look it up again before I went live. But that to me makes it pretty clear, pretty obvious, a lot more than it does with Bonnie and Jones. And then, of course, we still have PW1, which is not Mo. That's a whole other person. So, Divine, here's my thing. You ready for this one? If Mo is going to be having to take the stand, let me see. Where's that? Where's that? Any other time I'd find it quickly. I know you know what I'm looking for. There we go. I wonder, is this going to get brought up?
Real family though. Real members only.
Shake. That shit gonna shake, right? Wait. That's a couple. That's all I want you to get them, man. You be playing. I'm gonna stop. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make them drop that shit for y'all. For real. Decided to get that shit up. And he got the music in it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all for making the show.
Many of you niggas ain't real, man. Niggas, we can merch it. Niggas on that. All out.
Hey, you ain't have your gun for them. You better have your gun for me. Better have your gun for Booney. Better have your gun for C. You don't believe me, you gonna see. You gonna end up by that tree.
Know that we did it.
That gonna get brought up? Inquiring minds want to know, is that gonna get brought up? Better think about it, folks. That's all I got for y'all tonight. Let me check real quick to see if anything else dropped. Oh.
A couple of prompts in, and I had a walking checkout. No off-the-shelf system could give us what I built with Base 44.
Our brand.
Oh my God. What a way to start. He's transracial. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an emergency broadcast of the No Jumper podcast. We are in here today with Lush One, looking like a J-Cat with a black eye.
Hey, you feel me? The ultimate J-Cat, sending 100 smokers at any undisclosed location with the snap of a finger. They'll put the Mac in MacArthur Park and play by the Lush One, a.k.a.
welcome to an
the
emergency broadcast of the No Jumper podcast. I hear it in here today with Lush One, looking like a J-Cat with a but and then, of course, we have the mayor himself, Munchie B. And I would like to say that you could be sober. The black eye just sells J-Cat so good.
I like it.
It's a hard style. You get a tattoo like that.
I would love that. That's why I wish I permit. I feel like I'm way more dangerous. Like Germ almost gave me a matching black eye when she saw my DMs because so many girls were like, "Are you okay? Oh, you tried to break up a fight? You're a superhero in the hood." Like
girls were hitting you up saying that.
Man, you didn't try to break up no fight. If you say you tried to put somebody in a headlock or something,
I did.
You joined the fight.
Nah, because bro, they was bullying. Bro. I see this fool every day on my way to the LIQ lunch. I see him every day, bro, and I was like, I ain't gonna let him bully these two guys.
So they
gang members. I was like, hey, y'all need to kick back. I'm the mayor, homie. What y'all talking about? I'm the mayor. I run this.
Okay,
it's Coronado Street.
From 18 or from MS. Which one?
Shit, you know what the footage going? Yeah,
TBD.
It was Bayside. I ain't going. It was the closer side to where I live. I've been said I live on the safe side of the park.
I'm gonna pull up to MacArthur Park not only to get some training in for Jason Love, but also to get your back fade.
Yeah,
that's what that is, right?
Everybody
fight
says like so
somebody
many people look. It's
after someone else.
The Get Back already got. I ain't gonna lie. Then people got.
People have already died.
When is the Jason
bodies have
Love
already dropped?
Because how long do you got to train for the Jason Love fight?
Like 3 weeks.
Oh, that's short notice.
Yeah, insanely short.
Super.
My boxing trainer looked at me like I was the biggest dummy. I was like, he's like, how long you got? I'm like, 3 weeks. He's like, huh?
Please tell me you're not using 600, bro.
No.
Okay.
I got a Russian.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Russians, they hard body. Pause.
I love a tough Russian.
Yeah.
It's kind of what was the main? Was that who did Dolph Lundgren play in the Rocky? Who was like, yeah, Ivan Drago. Yeah, in the Rocky series. That's Russian supremacy when it comes to fighting at its finest. Watch out, Jason Love. Plus, my homeboy got a grudge. He got something to prove. A lot more athletic than me. We see I can't really punch that.
Actually, also from having been around them both. Yeah, I'm definitely.
Man, if I was like, I'll say take it, man. So you just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? It's easy, right?
Remo is at work. Remo's making some fights happen for that undercard that are going to be fucking dope.
I think Smack should definitely box me on there, and we should both get a bag. You feel me? Because for him, it's easy win.
Hey, you know what? Hey, don't it need to be a female on there?
I don't know. There might be one female.
Could I find somebody for Jalise?
Find someone for Jalise. I don't know, because part of this is that we have to like be able to convince Aiden Ross that this person is well known.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be a fade for Jalise though in these
EBK Young Jock. Oh, you just did the booger thing again.
I've been hearing about this booger shit, bro.
Would you rather